Hey everybody, Smitty here again. So this is, again, I think it's 5 or 6, something like that. I really can't remember. But this is the next video in our yard sale videos. And unfortunately, this one, I did not take my camera to it, so you don't get to see us actually picking up our items and paying for them and all of that cool stuff or boring stuff, however you want to look at it. It's up to you. But I did want to show a couple of items and let you guys see what we got from this one. I thought they were pretty cool pickups. These are not vintage items, but hopefully they will sell. They look a bit older. This is actually a excuse me, a Yamaha Racing full chest like graphic. Just says Yamaha Racing with their little symbol on it. It's a size large. Pretty cool t-shirt. And then we got this one. I actually really like. Almost the same color except lighter, but this may be quite a bit older. It's very thin, double stitched. It is screen printed tag, but I wish it had a year on it. Unfortunately, it does not. You guys really want to see this? Okay, anyway, this is a Shelby Cobra t-shirt, officially licensed product of Shelby. So this is a super cool graphic on the front. It is a bit faded, but again, I'm not sure if it's supposed to be that way, or because of all of the way that they're making vintage or new shirts look vintage. But even if it is, that is a sick t-shirt. It is super cool. If it was my size, I would keep that in a heartbeat. Love the Shelby Cobra Mustangs. Anyway, so before I get into more stuff, because there's only 3 more items, I wanted to tell you guys a little story about a couple weeks ago, actually. Me and my daughter were leaving. We went and took some packages to the post office, or postal annex, right down the street. And we pull back up to my house, and there's a car in front of our house and a car in front of the next door neighbor's house. And I pull into the driveway and notice that there's 2 police officers at my front door. And I'm like, what is going on here? So it was super weird, but it was super cool at the same time. So I get out of the car and they asked me if my name was Robert Smith, and of course I said yes it is. And little side note, don't have a common name. It's kind of a hassle sometimes, I will tell you. But this was actually a cool experience. So the police officers they tell me what they're doing. Apparently they were tasked for the day with going through a bunch of really old warrants for various things. This one just happened to be for a DUI that happened in 1990. So, if you do the math, I was born late 70s. 1990 would be, I was basically barely a teenager. So, this was a DUI, old warrant from 1990. Also, another little side note, didn't live in California until 1994. So, it was definitely not me. But the officers were really cool. My daughter came inside because she pretty much always goes with me to take packages. And so we're chatting, and the officer actually happened to be a gang unit officer that was doing this for the day. Actually, each of the 3 officers that were here did different, were in different departments, and they were brought in together to do this extra task to try and clear up some of the things. And so it was actually really cool. He saw our IKEA bag, and once my daughter came in, he kind of questioned what I was doing, and I was like, well, you know, we do reselling on eBay and Mercari and online. And so we got into this big, long conversation about how I do my sourcing, if I do it all myself or I have other people do it for me, you know, and how it works. And it was actually super cool conversation with this officer. They were all really, really cool. And come to find out, they accidentally put my picture and information with this old warrant. They printed out Robert Smith and put it with this warrant because we had the exact same name, but this was someone born in 1958. So it couldn't have even been my father because he was born in 1952. So it was just really funny, and it was a cool little experience. And I was a little frustrated that day because we weren't selling a whole lot, and it actually kind of brightened up my day. It was a cool conversation with some really nice guys, and I actually just wanted to kind of share it with you guys because it was just one of those super odd things that happens. And if anybody has a really common name that's watching this, they know what I'm talking about. It can be a hassle, and weird things can happen. I have things on my credit report that are not mine. Thankfully, they're good, but yeah, they're not mine. But because I have such a common name, Robert Smith, and the Smitty thing, I stole that from my dad. That's what everybody that he used to work with called him. It was either Bob or Smitty, and I kind of borrowed it for our store. So thanks a lot, Dad. And so that was my cool story for the day. That you can't make this stuff up. I'm telling you. Weird things like that can happen. But let's do the other couple items that we bought. This is a Quicksilver long sleeve button up shirt. Very nice. It's got a cool little Quicksilver call out right there, and the cool Quicksilver graphic right there on that left shoulder. It's almost like a thermal shirt, but not quite. I don't know. It's a different material. It was super cool, and it just called out to me, so I grabbed it. And this is a size large. And then this one is an Ocean Pacific winter surf. Another long sleeve button-up shirt. It just has the OP on the front. And again, this is a odd material. It almost feels like a canvas material. I don't know what this is. It does not say a size in here though either. Go searching for the tags. Okay, well, doesn't say a size, and I just kicked that bag and it didn't feel good on my toes because I'm doing this shoeless. Oh, it's because it's missing the size tag. This is probably a large, just like the other one, maybe extra large. But it's a super cool Ocean Pacific. May even be vintage Ocean Pacific. It's really nice. And then the last thing that we got is this Ralph. I say Ralph Lauren. Maybe it's Ralph Lauren. I don't know. I've heard people say it both ways. So I'm going to say Ralph Lauren. Or maybe I'll say Ralph Lauren. I don't know. But it's a cool little bag. My wife saw this. And it does say Polo, Ralph Lauren on it. It's a nice little, like, tote bag. We don't know if it's worth much. Like I said, we haven't comped really anything out, except for one thing that you'll see in a future video that I kind of just did a Google Lens search on it and saw that it's ridiculous. I was beside myself for a... Alright, well, I'll talk about that later. You guys got to come see that video. And you will. I'm sure you will. But anyways, that was it for that random one that we didn't even know. We just kind of drove by it. Excuse me again. And I've been talking a lot. So that was it. Hope you enjoyed the story and the video. If you did and you're still here, hit that like button. And you must be watching it for a reason, so subscribe if you're new and if you haven't done so already. So thanks again for watching. Smitty out.